Hello, Luís Campos is with us in PÖFF TV studio, and we talk about the film Terra Vil. So hi, how are you?
Good. Thank you very much for the opportunity to share the film and to talk about the film. I'm very happy.
And also congratulations, it's your European premiere
Yes,
with
indeed.
this film in Black Night Film Festival and Just Film, the Youth and Children Film Festival.
Yes, it's indeed. It's a Portuguese film, Portuguese co-production with Italy. It's my first film, my debut feature, and the Black Nights Festival and Just Film specifically have been very supportive because last year I was here in the work in progress industry section, and then they selected the film to the youth competition. So it's an honor, a privilege to be here. Actually.
Okay, so Industry Tallinn was kind of like the starting point of the film as well.
Yeah.
Okay, that's very interesting to know. I saw that you were also producer, screenwriter, and obviously director of this film. How did it go to sit on all of those chairs? I mean,
yes. It was challenging, a big adventure. I mean, the first version of the script was 2012, so it was a long journey to get here to premiere the film. I run a production company, a small production company in Portugal, and I usually combine these two hats as a producer and as a director, writer-director. But for this film specifically, because it's a feature film and it was demanding in terms of budget, and the support that we got from the National Film Institute was low, so we had to find creative solutions to allow this film to exist. And in that sense, we got 5 other companies involved, so it's a co-production of 6 companies, and I had to be these both ways, kind of allowing the film to exist, simultaneously trying to achieve my vision as a writer-director, let's say.
What inspired you to write this script in the first place?
It's a nice question in the sense that I'm not from the region where we shot. We shot in the north of Portugal, in a town or around the town called Entre os Rios. I visited this region for a few times, and it was always very impressive to me because it's in like the collective memory in Portugal. There's a tragedy that happened there where a bridge collapsed and 60 people died in that accident. So it was very visual, very. It's in the psychology of many people around the country, not only from the specific region. And by visiting and understanding better not only the circumstances of the accident, but also these traditions of an economy, like a parallel economy around the lamprey, fishing and selling on the street, the overcome of the tragedy, like the broken families, how they managed to find things to hang on, to continue, and one of those things was building a foster home, so to help children that was like with parenting unbalanced situations. So I think those were the starting points, not only the desire of visually portraying this region, which I think it's beautiful with the river and all the settings are quite catchy to the eye, but also trying to imagine a fictional story that could exist in this reality of the region, let's say.
And about the bridge, you also had little moment in the film when the little boy was watching the bridge collapsing in TV.
Yeah.
And one adult said that at least now they noticed us or something.
Yes, yeah.
Like it feels like the place is a little bit forgotten.
Yes,
and when the industry of lampreys are dying out, which is very traditional for them, so it's very sad and very depressing actually.
Yeah.
And I think it's not only that place. There's a lot of similar issues connected to environment and fishermen getting in trouble since the fish is running out. Do you have any personal connection to this story, or you just found this through this bridge accident, the idea?
Two things. One is, I think it it performed not only this specific region has a lot of social issues related to poverty and drinking issues, alcohol consumption. So that's specifically part of this region. But I think it, in some way, demonstrates also the contrast of Portugal, like in the major urban cities, urban places, and the rurality of Portugal, which is kind of forgotten and outdated, and with a lot of specific abandonment issues, let's say. So this film also tackles some of those questions. And the other aspect is because I had also a situation of addiction in my family, so I kind of lived directly with this when I was for many years of my life, but specifically at the age of this character. So for me, it was also a sense of an opportunity also to make a film that could communicate with younger audiences, perhaps leading with situations like this. So it was something that was important for me also.
And talking about the cast, William Cesnak was the 12-year-old boy in this film. He performed like his performance was brilliant. But how old was he really while you were shooting?
He was 13. I think he's a natural-born talented actor, even if it was his first performance, his first opportunity. When we found him in the casting, was immediately clear for us, in the sense he's the perfect match for this character. Not only physically, his face is very magnetic, very film friendly, let's say. The camera likes watching him, but it was also a context, like the family was very comprehensive. He had to be with us for the whole shoot because he's in every scene of the film. So 30 days of shooting, and the school, the family, they had to be very comprehensive with the context. One particularity is I didn't share the script with him. I told him the story from beginning to end, so we could have the context, but I didn't want him to go home and practice like for the
Lines,
next day.
yeah.
So I kept him kind of blank in that sense, and every day we were trying to build his reactions to the situations, to the performance, and the film is very sustained on his high look and the physical reactions more than his commentaries about what's happening. So it was an amazing experience for me to work with him. He had the opportunity to watch the film now because the film was in a São Paulo International Film Festival in Brazil, and we had the opportunity to bring him with us to the festival, and he was very happy with the results. So that was very important for us as well.
You basically didn't have any like rehearsal period with him, or you just talked before the shoot and
Unfortunately, I mean, we had some exercises during casting, but he was not part of the initial casting, so we were trying to find who could be the best fit for João, and he was discovered in a later stage, so we didn't have that time to practice with some games and some rehearsal. So we went to the shooting without rehearsing properly, but every day, and also with the help of the older actors that are professional actors, we were doing like small exercises and rehearsals before going and turning on the camera. So as an example, there's one specific scene where he's with the father in the car by the end of the film, and we shot that scene like in the first day or second day of shooting, and it's very emotional, intense. So we had like 1 hour before, so we could test a few things, and what surprised me a lot is the way he delivered it so naturally. So like a scene where he has to cry, at first take he would start crying. So these kind of things were very impressive and surprising also. Not only was a good fit, but he was able to deliver what the film was needing every moment. So it was very good.
There are many layers to this film. It speaks about social problems. It speaks about father-son relationship or parent-kid relationship. Also alcoholism or addiction problems, and what it does to family, and also finding family in a, like you said, dysfunctional family in your neighbors maybe partially. What is the most important message you would like audience to find from the film?
There were some, I would say, key words because we had a long development process, so 12 years until we start shooting, and we discussed like in film script labs or opportunities to discuss the film. And one thing that for me was very important, and it was not clear from the very beginning, it was this idea of ability to change. That was, I think the film kind of conveys a message of hope in that sense, that it's possible to change and not be too fatalistic about things somehow, and that parallel with the climate change and that metaphor also with the sustainability. But some keywords that were discussed, I was developing a lot the story always with this idea of loyalty as one strong keyword. At some point another strong keyword came instead of loyalty, that was more attachment, and I think the film nowadays is very much about attachment and the difficulty to separate somehow the family love, let's say. So those were maybe the strongest key points, let's say, that we were aiming at.
And 12 years is a really long time out of person's life, and all the films are taking years at least, but 12 years is like, I would say, even extremely long. How much did the project change throughout this time, or were you losing hope in one point that is it even happening?
It can be frustrating at some points, but the backwards exercise that I do now is like, if we think that when I start writing the process, the script, William, the main actor, was born like 1 year old or so. So for me it was like if the process was waiting until the time we could find William and he could be able to perform in this film. But of course it's a long process, different feelings throughout the process. At some points we think it's not going to happen. We keep trying, we keep presenting the project, trying to develop, trying to take it further. Ultimately, I think the way I see it is, I think it was stronger than me, in the sense that I could not leave it aside, and for some reason it kept being very important for me. I did other films like short films, I did other projects as in different stages and in different functions throughout this process. But for some reason this will of making this film was always there. So and I try to be focused on the optimistic sides of it. So in that sense, if we would have made the film before, it would not have been with William, and I think the film without William would be very different as it is nowadays. So I think it happened for a reason, let's say.
And I really loved that you said that the story was stronger than you, so you couldn't help it. You needed to continue, and it was a great idea because the film is fantastic.
Thank you.
And good luck with the film. Thank you
much.
for coming to the Black Night Film Festival.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Just just one final remark. I think it adds up to what we've been discussing until so far. At some point in the process, like you were asking what changed in the script from the earlier versions to the last one, at the beginning the 5 characters were already there, but it was the perspective of the 5, like shared perspective, and with the process of development it became more the João's perspective, main perspective of the film. And at some point we had this impression that the feeling of the son towards the father is that he wanted him to disappear somehow, and we understood in the process that it's more about him wanting to heal the father, like allowing him to overcome the situation he's facing and to become better and to become more balanced. And for me it was like I think I achieved the answer why I wanted to make this film throughout 12 years. And when I watched the editing, in the editing process, when I watched a version that was like, this was it. I could not identify it throughout the 12 years, but when I watched the film now and the ending of the film, like that sensation is, I think it kind of clicks with the personal link of my own situation, of my own story, and maybe I was not entirely able to heal the father by my action, let's say, in my situation, but it's important for me that the film could bring that possibility, let's say, and I think that was the why, the answer to the why, let's say.
Yeah, and it was very emotional, I would say, the film. Very beautiful, emotional, also heavy to watch in certain moments.
Yeah, I'm very, very curious to test it now with younger audiences in a just film, so it was very important for me also, this selection, in the sense that specifically in the youth competition for younger audiences, so for me it's very, how can I say, it adds up to the fact that it's premiering here. It's premiering for younger audiences, so very curious to see how they feel about the film, how they connect with it, how they resonate with the story. So thank you, Tallinn, and thank you, Black Knights.
And last question: will you sit in a movie theater while it premieres? Are you the director who wants to see the reaction of the audience?
Yes, very much. And we are here with, so it's me and Hannah, she's my partner and also producer of the film. We are a couple, and our baby daughter, 2 years old, she's here with us. So we will try to be the three of us there. We've been doing that. Sometimes our daughter holds 10 minutes, 15 minutes. Let's see how much she will hold this time.
She's like, I have seen this film already.
Too many times. And she likes the face of the main actor very much. So we tell her, we don't say it's our film, it's William's film. We tell her like this, and she's very eager to watch it every time.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you. It was a pleasure.